Good
Good
morning.
morning.
Hey guys, it is Tuesday, so we're gonna hit upper body. You may want a couple of different sets of weights. Some of these things you'll be able to do heavier than others. We're gonna go ahead and go by time. All we really need to know, I think. All right, so first things first, we're gonna go ahead and hit bent over rows. Okay, so you're capable of moving heavy weights with these. If you choose, you don't have to if you're iffy about your back, but using a lot of different muscles here. Now, when we do these, gonna lean forward. Even though we're leaning forward, our back is flat, weights are down the middle, and we want our elbows to graze our sides as we bring our hands up to the top of our hip bones. Okay? Take your time through these. There's no rushing. Get ready? Go. Got it. Rest. Okay, we're gonna move into our flies now. You're probably not gonna go really heavy with flies. Your muscles are capable, but because we're doing these with free weights, there's a lot of things that could go, I guess, wrong with form. So don't go too crazy with your flies as far as weight. Remember when we do these, we have a neutral grip and our weights are in front of our body with our elbows bent. We have this space here between us and our weights. We're going to open up, squeezing our shoulder blades together and then closing, right? When you pull these weights around you, you're squeezing your shoulder blades. You should feel your pecs open up, okay? All right, nice and slow, guys. Here's our flies. Go for it. Be through on. Almost there. And rest. Next, we're gonna hit push-ups. So you can do your push-ups wherever they challenge you. Okay. You can do them elevated, you can do them on your knees, however you need to do your push-ups, but they have to feel hard. We don't want them to feel easy. That means we're stronger than that level. Okay. Now, with our push ups, we have two rules. We have to keep our joints stacked, meaning we have our wrist, elbow, and shoulder all lined up. That means you can't be out here to do a push up where our shoulders are super far behind our wrists, right? And secondly, your hips are going down with you. Even if you're doing a push up on your knees, you need to set it up so your knees are far enough back that your hips go down with you when you do your push up. Okay? All right, guys, ready? Go for it. And rest. Okay, we're gonna hit lateral raises, but we're gonna do them a little bit differently and see what you guys think about them this way. So, lateral raises are a shoulder move. You don't want to go super heavy. We're gonna go ahead and lean forward pretty deep. Okay. Weights are at our sides, and we're gonna lift up, but we're gonna think about lifting our elbows. Our hands are just hanging out. Hands are just holding the weights. I don't want you to think about lifting your hands up like this. We normally do. It's fine to do your lateral raise like that, but if lateral raises have been a challenge to you and you're not feeling it in the right muscles, top of the shoulder, then try it in this way. Okay, where we lean forward, we're looking at the floor in front of us a couple feet, and we're gonna lift our elbows. So you can see I have a little bit of a bend, that's fine, but focusing on lifting those elbows up to shoulder height. Weights are just there to hold on to the weights. I mean, you know what I mean. Your hands are holding the weights. All right, ready? Go for it. Forward. Elbows are doing the lifting. Elbows are coming up to shoulder height. Almost there. Not worried about what our hands are doing. Our hands don't have to come up to any certain height. Our elbows. And rest. Still in shoulder mode. We're going to go ahead and hit a standard press. So when we do these, our weights are in front of our shoulders. We press up, come back down, making sure that our shoulders stay in this neutral position, meaning we don't want them coming up to our ears. Okay? Again, you don't want to look straight ahead like so. We're going to kind of keep our chin close to our collarbone, looking a couple of feet in front of us, down on the floor. Push up, slowly come back down, all right? Okay, ready? Go. And rest. And we're going to work those biceps. So we're going to go ahead and hit our rotational curls. And when we do these, weights start at our sides. It looks like a hammer curl when you start, but slowly your palms rotate and face your body once you're at the top. And then as we come down, weights should come back down to our sides with our palms facing our body. Being mindful of what our wrists are doing here. Our wrists should be in the same position the whole time. It's really, really easy with curls to not think about it. And by the time you're at the top, your wrist is curled in towards your body. We want that neutral wrist the whole time. All right, ready? Go. So we're not moving our bodies. And in order to do that, if you have heavy weights, your core is braced. Tightening up those belly muscles in order to focus on using your biceps instead of using your body to help get those weights up. and rest. And now we're going to go ahead and hit a curl and press. We're going to do our press in a neutral grip. So hammer curl, weights at our sides, curl up to your shoulders, press. Neutral grip means the ends of the weights are facing your screen. Same stuff here. It's harder to bend your wrists in a weird position in a hammer curl. But then when we do our press, we want to be mindful of keeping our shoulders out of our ears. Okay? All right, ready? Go. And the core is braced because we're not using our body to move these weights. Using our biceps and then our shoulders. And rest. Gonna go back through them. We're starting off working our back. I'm gonna hit our bent over rows first. And again, got a lot of muscles involved here. You're capable of moving heavier weight if you choose to try that. Lean forward, even though we're leaning forward, we have a flat back. Weights are down the middle. We want our elbows grazing our sides. And when we come up, our hands should be at the top of our hip bones. Okay? Ready? Go. Halfway there. And rest. Next move, we're going to go lighter for. These are our flies. Okay. Again, with those flies, neutral grip, meaning weights are up and down. We have a bend in our elbows. Weights are out in front of us. We take these weights and we pull them around our body, getting our shoulder blades together, feeling our pecs stretch out. Taking our time through these. Don't go crazy heavy here because form can get off really easily with these, okay? All right, ready? Go. Almost there. Rest. Taking a second, and then we're going to go into our push-ups. And you get to do push-ups wherever they're challenging for you, but they have to feel tough. If they don't feel tough, you are ready to level up, okay? These bodies of ours are super smart and efficient. They adapt really quickly. Everything you do should feel like a challenge. Remember our two rules. Joints are stacked. Wrist, elbow, shoulder all need to be kind of on top of each other. And then your hips have to go down with you. All right. Ready? Go. Almost there. And rest. Okay, now we're gonna hit our shoulders. So again, we're doing lateral raises. Try a new way. Last set. Again, that way. Or you can do them standing upright now that you know which feels different to you or better to you. So if you do them leaning forward, remember we're leaning pretty far forward or pretty far forward. When you do them this way, your elbows are what we're focusing on getting them to shoulder level. Okay. If it feels, I don't know, better, more natural to you, you can do them standing upright too. Okay. Ready? Go for it. Got it. Almost there. And rest. Moving into our standard press. So when we do these, weights are going to be in front of our shoulders. Pressing up, making sure that our shoulders stay out of our ears. Okay. When we talk about range with these, our initial reaction would be to go all the way up. Arms are right up against my face here, but we don't want to do that. We want to come up, again, reaching high, but keeping our shoulders in this neutral position so that we're working shoulders and not traps. Okay. All right, ready? Go. Remember, our core is braced. And rest. Now we're going to work our biceps. Starting off with our rotational curl, right? So for these. Weights start off at our sides. Because it's a curl, we do want our elbows close to our body. Core is braced. And we start off looking like a hammer curl. And then slowly we're going to rotate our palms so that they face our body. And then as we go back down, palms should be facing our sides again. Okay? Being mindful about what your wrists are doing in your bicep curls. We don't want to curl them towards us. We just want a nice neutral wrist. All right, ready? Go. Your core is braced. Tighten up those belly muscles. We don't get to use our body to help us get these weights up. Biceps and the heavy lifting here. Almost there. And rest. We're going to do our hammer curl and neutral grip press. Okay. Hammer curl means our palms face our sides, curling up, and our weights are in a neutral grip. We get to our shoulders, we press up, again, neutral grip, so you can see the ends of your weights facing your screen. Okay. Just like our last press that we did, we want our shoulders in this neutral position. We don't want them up in our ears when we press. Okay. All right, ready? Go. And rest. Guys, I've got a couple moves that are going to be down on the floor. You don't need weights or anything. So first up, we're going to do a plank and shoulder tap. Now, if for some reason you can't do a normal plank, this is something that you could do on your knees, like in a push-up position. Again, stretching our knees far back enough that our hips are not staying up in the air. And you could do your shoulder taps this way. Or if you're good with a normal plank, plank, and we're doing our shoulder taps here. Now again, with these, we're trying to keep our body as still as we possibly can when we do this, okay? That is easier said than done, but having your core braced, your belly muscles tight, will help you stabilize, okay? So when you get into your plank position, tighten your belly muscles as if someone was going to punch you in the stomach, okay? Again, all we're doing is we're touching our opposite shoulder, trying to keep our body as still as possible. Ready? Go. Got it. And rest. Bear with me. Okay, doing our forearm plank, hitting our hip dips. So down to one side, down to the other. Okay. Remember with these, if this feels like it's really straining your lower back, this is the one time you can be in a plank position and pull your hips up. Okay. That'll take some of the brunt off of your lower back. If you do these in a flat plank and it's no problem, then stick with your flat plank. Okay. Ready? Go. Halfway there. And rest. One more move. Okay, all we're doing is a plank and hold. So just planking. You can do a high plank on your hands, or you can do a forearm plank. Your goal is to keep your belly braced the whole entire time. Okay. If you lose it, set your knees down, take a second to regroup, re-brace your core, get back up into that plank. Okay. All right, ready? Go. Final move, guys. just planking, focusing on keeping our core braced. Be through it. We're halfway there already. Keep it up. 10 seconds left. And rest. Good job, you guys. It's all we have for our Tuesday workout. I hope you guys have an awesome day. I'll see you right back here on Thursday morning and we'll hit lower. Have a good day, guys. Bye.